Hey, what's going on, my brothers? In today's video, I want to touch on something that a lot of young men are probably going through right now, and that is hopelessness. Yeah. There's a lot of reasons why a lot of young men especially would be hopeless in today's generation. And the same can be said for women as well. All young people can be very hopeless, but young men specifically can feel this the hardest. So many things in this modern world, in Western North America, are very unattainable now because of financial reasons. Jobs are still paying the same amount, but everything else is going up in price. Like the price of cars, the price of homes, the price to get education. It's crazy. And it doesn't make much sense why the prices would be going up more and more, but the value of the dollar stays the same and you still earn the same. That's one main reason why young men would be hopeless. Another reason would be the change in culture all around North America, Canada, United States, maybe even even more south. But tradition is starting to leave society, and it can cause a lot of problems mentally for men who want to experience a traditional monogamous relationship with a woman who will stay loyal to him and who will build a family with him. A lot of young men are probably following Christian values, they're doing all of these practices to stay close with God, but the world now has so many people that are so far away from God. It's hard for people to be able to try and attain a Christian family or to attain something great in this life overall. But despite all of these hardships happening, I am still a firm believer that whatever you put your mind to in this life, it will manifest and it can happen. Thinking alone is not enough. But because you are thinking about the action plan you will take to make anything happen. Think about that for a minute. People do talk about manifesting, and you think this for a while, and the X outcome will occur. X outcome's not going to occur until you apply yourself. You can think all you want, but if you're not thinking about how you can go out and get after something, then nothing's gonna happen at all. You're not gonna get in shape if you stay in the house all day and sit on the couch. You have to go to the gym. But if you're thinking about how you're going to approach your workout and your end result, you're going to be more likely to go out of your way and achieve that. Find the actions, find the steps of actions that will take you to your end goal. And I'm a firm believer that also applies to anything you want in this life. Working out, finances, relationships. There is so much information out there that I believe there's no reason that you, bro, cannot get after it and achieve it. There's always a way to make something happen. And it doesn't matter what your situation is. There are people who have no education and still make things happen in their life. Right now, my highest education is high school, and I'm living by myself and working full time. There's no limitations on what can happen in this life. None. The only limitations that will ever happen are the limitations that you believe in. I'll even tell you guys a story that initially made me believe in this concept. Let's go back, turn the clock back a few years. 17-year-old Brighton. I'm in high school, just about to finish high school actually. I'm living with my mom and dad, and the one thing I cannot stop thinking about is getting a car. I have my driver's license up to this very point. I've had it for almost a full year now and had little to no driving experience because I never had my own car. And my parents wouldn't let me drive theirs. I was so jealous when I seen other kids. As soon as they turn 16, they have well, I wouldn't say it's a brand new car, but like new cars come to them. Their parents, some of them are brand new, but some of them, you know, like, it was more of a poor area in Canada, but everyone was getting their cars from their parents. As soon as they got their driver's license, they were driving all by themselves. And it just set off a fire in me, man. Every single day, each and every day from there on, when I seen kids driving their parents' trucks or driving their own cars that their parents bought for them, I wanted a vehicle. I didn't care what make or model it was. I wanted a car. I obviously wanted it to be reliable as well. So, like, you know, I'm not always dealing with problems, but I wanted a set of wheels. I really did. And that's what I thought every single day. I was thinking, I want a car so I can do this activity, XYZ activity, right? I want a car so I can go out and do things. Every single day. I used to go on the phone with my friends and talk to them about how badly I wanted this car. Months go by, I start getting jobs, a few part-time jobs, and I worked for months on end. I worked for the entirety of the winter. And for the money I was able to save up, I saved just enough to have a budget in place. And as soon as the snow melted, my father was on Facebook Marketplace. The real G, my father. My father was on Facebook Marketplace and he found a 2012 Ford Focus for $5,000 and had less than 100,000 kilometers on it. It was for sale in the next city over. So you best believe we went over there that day, that's the day we saw it, to go check it out. And we went and picked it up just in time before anybody else did. And just like that, 17-year-old Brighton was in his new car. It wasn't no brand new car, but it was my first car. And I'm really proud of that accomplishment, to be able to go out of my way and buy that at 17 years old. I never thought like it would ever happen, but I never gave up either. I was always thinking about it. And I said to myself, there's no way that I'm not going to experience driving young. And the next thing you know, I'm driving at that young, by myself. See, when you don't have these privileges in life, you appreciate things when you actually get them and earn them. It's a big change, it's a big difference, like growing up not having stuff, like, you know what I mean? I know a lot of people are probably gonna watch this video, a lot of you guys are gonna watch this video, and you're just simply not going to relate at all. Because maybe you did have something bought for you, and that's amazing. But for the situation I was in, I'm forever grateful I was able to have that happen. And I never stopped thinking about it. Even in times when it seemed impossible to make it happen, I still thought about it and thought about ways to make it happen. And ever since then, I've applied it to many other areas of my life. Life was actually getting pretty good for me when I got that car. You know, my relationship, my family started to get better. I was able to go to work by myself, so they were able to do their own thing. I was able to hang out with my friends more and go visit them by myself. I could leave the house when I could then, so that was pretty sweet. I ended up meeting a nice young girl and we were dating. And yeah, all my family was there. I had great friends down there and I had a great relationship with my girlfriend. But there was something inside of me that said, get more, get after more in this life. And I never even drove the car for an entire year. I gave it to my parents. I hopped on a plane and I moved from one side of the country to the other, and here we are now, by myself, working full-time in the city. And I went out and I was very lost at first. But like I said from before, I didn't stop using what I've learned from getting my first car. I didn't have a car. I had a really bad beater for a while, but that ended up breaking down. I always kept in my mind that I was gonna get a Toyota. It was gonna be a Toyota Corolla. I saved my money, I got some money built up. And then that summer, went down to the dealership, put a down payment on it, and got it ordered in. It was a long, treacherous wait. Those cars are in high demand in this country. But I stuck it out. I managed to be able to get by without a car for a little while when my beater broke down. And the next thing you know, I got a call. Hey Brighton, your car is here. Went down there and I drove it off the lot. A brand new 2023 Toyota Corolla. And now here we are today. That car that I bought last year is now paid off. Because I was thinking about owning that car outright. And I wanted to own it outright. And now I do. It takes time, no doubt. But that end goal is always on my mind. And the same will apply to you, bro. If you have an end goal and you're consistently thinking about it, it will happen. You will find a way to make it happen if you're always thinking about it. That's how manifestation works. You will make it happen, man. I believe in you. Don't ever stop using this up here. This is the most powerful tool you will ever possess in your life. It's crazy. Don't be hopeless in this life. You know, going back to the hopelessness of young men. So many young men think that all these things that their parents got when they were younger are unachievable by them. But reality is, you know, it is pretty hard to get things if you don't plan. There's a lot of irresponsibility with finances specifically as well. But like I said, it also goes for anything else. If you're irresponsible with most things in your life, it's not going to go as planned. It's not gonna just fall on your lap. You need to be consistently thinking up here strategies to make it happen. If you do that, and don't sacrifice fun either. You know, go out and enjoy the fruits of your labor as well, here and there. But if you want your end goal to happen, and you want it to happen as soon as possible, man, you need to consistently use this up here and let it guide you to that end result that you want. I promise you, man, if you work hard and you are able to form a strategy that can get you to your goal, that goal will be your reality in no time. Believe it, man. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Me sharing some of my background and all that. Like this video if you enjoyed this, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos just like this on your screen. And without further ado, I love you guys. I love Jesus. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care.